And you were right, Bob. That shot looked like it was headed for goal anyway.
Espinoza wanted to make sure it got in. 3-2 Wichita. Boy, they've capitalized on some Pittsburgh mistakes here and come back with 2 goals to take the lead. There's the man Espinoza who got the goal. It's only Espinoza's first of the year.
Well, that's amazing. Espinoza, the man who marks the toughest player for Pittsburgh. He's supposed to be way in the back playing defense. Now we find him all the way up at the far post to tipping Rasmussen's shot.
Another one of those early goals, Shep, a minute 24. You couldn't hear me as we talked about it after the interview with Roy Turner, but I said it's always interesting to watch what happens the first 5 minutes after halftime, and Wichita made it count early. Another one for the back door, looking for Borja was Cooley, and it's knocked over the glass. We'll take a timeout. Helmut Dudek and his teammates under pressure here. Wichita leads it 2 minutes into the third quarter of play.
That's HBO.
That Wichita goal. Christensen for Rasmussen. Look at him just zip right around the defense.
And here's the danger. The defenders, John O'Hara, Adam Topolsky, everybody concentrating on Rasmussen, allowing Espinoza to slip behind him at the far post.
Loose ball shot just wide by Barry Wallace as we come back. Espinoza feeling his oats. Says, yeah, I may be a good marker, but I'm going to try to get another goal here. He thus commits a foul. That's the great thing about this indoor game. Everybody can score, except the coach.
So, Bob, you sound like the soccer analyst. You mentioned that oftentimes a team like Pittsburgh gets that great opportunity. They don't capitalize, and they're burnt on the counterattack. You're absolutely right.
And it was the case, really, at that end, not to fault Godfrey Ingram. That was a tough placement of a shot by him, and in Paul Child's defense, he simply ran out of space because the goalkeeper, McDonough, aggressively came out to challenge him. And that guy made a pretty good save on Helmut Dudek. Tim Waller's beaten in the air momentarily by Hagen. Here's Williams, or rather Wallace, back to the goalkeeper, Seamus McDonough. Barry Wallace, ahead for Borja. Tim Waller's running ahead of him on the right wing. 2-on-2. Borja couldn't get the shot away. Dudek knocked it down. Here's Kevin Cooley ahead for Walters, trying to turn at the top of the circle. And the black-shirted Pittsburgh Spirit back the other way. Dave Hagen, by the way, with that visiting team wearing the black shirts. That's why the officials are in gray, trimmed with black tonight.
About a minute and 45 seconds.
Red Gigurev on the right side. Espinoza took it away. Barry Wallace back to Seamus McDonough. Norman Piper told me before the game that Seamus McDonough, his dedication to this game is unbelievable. He says he gives 100% on and off the field. Totally loves the game of soccer. And he's very consistent like Jan Olesen, though his style is different. Olesen, the flashy guy who likes to bring it up the floor. McDonough likes to stay back on his line.
Well, you can't take anything away from McDonough, the Wichita goalkeeper. He's an international goalkeeper, played over 25 times for the Irish national team. Last played in a World Cup qualifying match against the Soviet Union in Moscow on October 16th. So you're looking at a world-class goalkeeper.
Here's Seamus McDonough checking it is. McDonough watching as Gigurev went up the left wing, and Tommy O'Neill, courtesy of Freddie, went into the boards hard, and he may have hurt his wrist or his hand as he went hard into the boards.
Tommy O'Neill down on the ground. You're right, it looked like he cracked his wrist. I can't get over the fact the guy has 4 older brothers and 5 older sisters. He's the youngest of 10 children. You have to get used to
Don't forget you can pick up
like that.
coupons and all stickers.
Yeah, but you don't have much plexiglass in the dining room, and that's what he got shoved into right there.
Here against Kansas City on January 7th.
Wayne Fuller, the trainer. We'll watch it here. Watch O'Neill's wrist as he made contact here with Gigurev, and he put his hand out to brace himself and may have turned that wrist severely against that non-giving dasher board.
That's the danger of that attacking player. Freddie Gigurev, the number 2 all-time leading scorer in the MISL, and really an unsung player. Freddie Gigurev is a tough physical player. And for Tommy O'Neill to come in and try and make the tackle, if he doesn't go in with full force, he's going to get knocked off balance, which is what happened.
I tell you what, the way he is holding that thing, let's hope he didn't break it. Maybe it's just a sprain, but he's hurting, and they're going to get the ice on that thing right away as the guy they call Rambo here in Wichita has to put down the machine guns, at least for a while, and go to the bench courtesy of the trainer, Wayne Fuller. MISL attendance up a bit over last year. After 93 games, an average of 82.06. Last year, this year, 340 per game better. So the attendance growing as a whole in the league this year, and that's certainly good news. And a lot of stories coming out of the Cincinnati area this week about a possible new franchise there next year. Time will tell. Erhard Kapp played one in front for Fred Gregurov. You know, Gregurov gets up another couple of inches. He may have been able to flick that ball right on goal. That would have been a dangerous one for the keeper. It's over the glass. Seamus McDonough will brace now for a right-wing Pittsburgh corner kick. The Spirit down by a goal, 3-2. 4:06 into the third quarter.
Last time Pittsburgh took a corner kick, they scored.
Ooh, and they almost did it again as that one from Kevin Marr just went wide. Freddie Gregurov, obviously, Shep, he's looking one way and passing another. That's about the only way to fool to the defenders when the ball's not moving. He's really doing a great job of setting those balls up on the set plays.
Well, all the playmakers in soccer and indoor soccer takes great vision, great peripheral vision. You must look one way and be able to pick up the whole field in one glance and decide in that instant where to make the pass.
Over the glass it goes, but you know, that was a great ball from the goalkeeper, David Bursich. He judged it perfectly so it would go far enough downfield to release his attacker, but not cross the third line in the air. Those keepers who can drop that ball in front of that third line are really valuable to the attack.
So David Bursich, one of the great distributors of the ball, which is an important element in indoor soccer. David, again, you're right, trying to pick that spot on the red line to set one of his players free on a run. He hasn't had an opportunity to do it today, but he's got that ability.
Kim Rundved teaming up with Seamus McDonough. Ahead it goes to Mike Fox. There's the steal for Erhard Kapp. Try to bank it off the boards for Charlie Green. Espinoza back to Seamus McDonough. Sibby heading it right to Rasmussen, so they did complete the pass. Rasmussen right around his man, a shot and a save. David Bursich. Boy, Rasmussen really showed Dave McKenzie some fancy moves there. Here's Dudek, unable to clear it. Rasmussen again. He just keeps squirting loose, and finally a slide tackle by Erhard Kapp takes it away. Down in the corner, Ian Sibby's looking to clear. This is Rasmussen, whistling a foul, trying to take the quick restart, claiming Pittsburgh players were preventing him from doing so, which can be a 2-minute penalty if the referee chooses to call it that closely. And now, Frank Rasmussen will take the free kick. Eric looking to turn, goes down, ball knocked downfield by Charlie Green.
Again, Bob, that inability at times for a defensive team to clear that ball out of their third, you're going to get punished for it. Pittsburgh dodged the bullet.
Still 30 seconds left in the win.
Here's Charlie Green to his left, and the shot cut off nicely. That's why they call Espinoza the magic marker right there. That ball never got to the keeper with any velocity at all. Here's Borja looking behind him, trying to step away from one Pittsburgh player, Erhard Kapp. Ball loose for Espinoza. Here's Christensen for Borja. Loose ball, Charlie Green clears, Cooley holds it in. Backdoor, Rasmussen for Christensen. He wanted to rip it right there, couldn't get a good bounce off the boards. He goes down, and Godfrey Ingram comes away with a clean lead for the Spirit. Ooh, Pittsburgh almost made an illegal substitution there. Fred Gregurov stepped on, then got back off before the officials saw him. Here's a rebound. My goodness, what a shot there from Zeke Kapka. Did you see that substitution over there? Gregurov took 2 steps on the floor, saw nobody was coming off, and then ran back in, and luckily the officials didn't see it. Pittsburgh could have gotten 2 minutes for an illegal substitution.
And sometimes that's a function of a team trying to pick up the pace, the level of play. Pittsburgh trying to get back in the game by maintaining pressure up at the opposing team's red line, Wichita's red line. Sometimes that creates confusion on the line switch.
Here's David Bursich. Right side for Adam Topolsky. We'll give you the Tommy O'Neill injury report here in just a moment. He is expected to return. Right side, Paul Child leaving it for Topolsky. Spirit doing a little weaving of their own here now. Kapka back to Topolsky. This is Z3E Kapka. I call him Z-E-E. Just like Julie V.
Not to be confused with Julie V, Triple E. But now Pittsburgh, when you see a team playing that ball around the perimeter, they're trying to do one of 2 things. Get it down to a point man at the top of the box to dish it off into the corner. It's difficult to score from outside side.
Look out upstairs, folks. When Helmut Dudek shoots, you better get down. Into the crowd it goes. Goal kick for Wichita. 7:26 left, third period of play. The home team on top by a score of 3-2. The MISL on ESPN. Rambo O'Neill, Tommy O'Neill. Rambo, they call him here in Wichita. He's tough. He took that hit on the boards, just a jammed wrist. He shall return, and he is returning right now. You can see it's taped up as the trainer, Wayne Fuller, did a quick patch-up job on Mr. Rambo. Did you have a good Christmas?
I had a great Christmas. I had some trouble getting to Seattle, but...
I tell you what, I saw enough fog in the great Northwest to last me for a while. It's nice to be here in cold but clear Wichita. And we hope you folks all have a safe and happy New Year. That's from all of us here on our Anheuser-Busch ESPN production crew. Our producer, Tom Williamson, here today. Our director, Brian Sipe. And the guy from the league office, Jeremiah Enright, who does such a great job of keeping us up to date on the latest info of the MISL, which they call Miscellanea. Adam Topolsky back for David Bursich. Interesting ball game. It's been a game of streaks here. One team scoring two, then another. Here's Rasmussen turning, and Bursich a shot, and he got the save. Here's Christensen again. Couldn't make the final move. I'll tell you that Rasmussen picked one out of the air, Chef, that didn't look like much of a scoring chance, and he got it on goal. That was the key thing.
Well, again, that defensive mistake in their defensive third got for Ingram losing the ball. David Bursich again having to come up with a big save.
Here's Kim Rundved for Christensen. We're 8.5 minutes into the third quarter of play. Tommy O'Neill. Left side for Christensen. He's got Rasmussen and Nickel ahead of him. Up over the top. Rasmussen making his run to the right wing corner. Knocks it down in front of Tommy O'Hara. Excuse me, John O'Hara. Out on top for Kim Rundved. Shooting. Look out. Goal kick for Pittsburgh. By the way, if you're wondering, the Rasmussens of Wichita are not related. Eric is 24 years old, and Frank, who's been around here for several years, is 30. David Bursich. Shep, you and I were talking about this before the telecast. You look at the top 14 goalkeepers in the league. The highest goals against average is 4.41. Have you ever seen 14 goals against averages all below 5 point before?
Oh, there's no way. In my history in the league, in the history of the MISL, we've never seen goalkeeper performance like we're seeing this year. It does reflect a total team defensive effort, but to see that many goalkeepers under that number, it's just amazing. And again, the quality of the goalkeeping, but also the quality of the league.
Yeah, you got to have a little defense in front of you to post some of those averages. Nice ball. Dave Hagen centers, and Espinoza in front of Paul Child managed to keep it away. Well, that was a great run by Pittsburgh on the counterattack. That one will cross 3 lines. The first of the game off the foot of Kevin Cooley. He was looking to release Fox and Boarding Guard down the right side. Kevin Cooley's been around here for a while. In fact, Kevin played a little down in Dallas with Roy Turner years ago for the old Dallas Tornado.
Well, Kevin Cooley, the only remaining player, original player from the Wichita Wings.
We thank them for spending.
He's played every year of this franchise's existence, and he's a great player.
By the way, Norman Piper, one of the others, is now the assistant coach here. And there's a banner behind the south goal where they have retired his jersey number. Ooh, Mike Fox took a heavy hit from Dave Hagen, and Fox looking Hagen right in the eye and having some words as he felt Hagen, in the way the players might say it, did him while he was in a dangerous position. Long throw, left wing. McDonough, Borja centers for Fox. Here's Chico against O'Hara. Borja just looking for a chance to release that quick shot of his. Back heels for Espinoza. O'Hara figured that one out. And here's Paul Child for the Pittsburgh Spirit for John O'Hara. Left side, Dave Hagen. This is one of the best young players in the league right here, number 6. He is explosive.
Dave Hagen, a dynamite player, an explosive player is right. He won that game, the thriller in overtime against L.A., and anytime he's on the field, there's that opportunity for a shot on goal.
Nice 1-2, Paul Child and C. Kapka in front. Marr shooting, Cooley blocking. Pittsburgh kick in on the right side. You know something? That's the first 1-2 I think I've seen in the whole ball game tonight. Very unusual for two teams that have such great skill. 3-2, Pittsburgh trailing, Wichita on top in the third quarter.
And so are you with Lakey Jakes.
Assistant coach of the Wings, Norman Piper, in the blue warm-up. trying to figure things out with Roy Turner. Boy, they loved him here, and they retired his number 7. He played here for the better part of 6 seasons as a Wichita Wing.
It's a great tribute to Storm and Norman, and it's a tribute again to the Wichita Wings class organization. It's a nice ceremony to retire the number.
He made a play once that just amazed me. St. Louis had an extra attacker on, Wichita had an extra attacker on. That'll be way over 3 lines by Bursich. Trying to come back from a 1-goal deficit against St. Louis. Somebody lobbed one down the field. It was going right into the goal. He was the 6th attacker. He ran back just like that great catch of Willie Mays and caught it in the goal mouth, turned around and threw it upfield. They scored, tied it, and won in overtime. Norman Piper.
Give a good memory back. That's good.
Well, some goals you never forget. Here's Grigurev, top of the slot, shooting. Tommy O'Neill, well, he's okay. He blocked that one into the crowd. Kick in, right side for Pittsburgh.
Again, Bob, we have a very even game. There's not much happening in the midfield. Each team is winning the ball in their defensive third, getting the ball easily through the midfield, trying to set up on the perimeter for some type of opportunity on goal. A very tactical game, 2 very well-skilled teams.
Ian Sibbies will take the kick in here. Barry Wallace in front of him. They've got Grigurev in the goal mouth. Foul zone, and Sibbies right on top. Check it, it's McKenzie, the trigger man here. And then Dudek is on top. Here's Dave McKenzie around the boards. Bart Grigurev never got there. It was cut off by Frank Rasmussen. Here's Kim Rundfeld. Back to Frank on the left side. Wallace and Eric Rasmussen running ahead. Barry Wallace with it. He's the target man here. Very versatile player who can come up from defense. Eric Rasmussen shooting. Blocked by Dudek. Here's Espinoza. Rasmussen with Dudek all over him. Don Popovic said, we're not going to shadow Rasmussen or Borja with anybody. He said, I feel if we do that over 60 minutes, it'll take my team out of its style of play too much to really give up 2 players. Look at that move by Rasmussen along the boards. Still with it. Oh, what a goal! This guy is unbelievable. You'll never see one better from an individual standpoint.
Whoa, Bob, that goal is unreal. David Bursich can't believe it. This crowd is going nuts. You're looking at a superstar of the MISL. 22nd goal this season. Watch that play begin. Off the boards to beat the defender. And now he comes. He's going to do a 360 spin. Put that ball on his right foot. Now he's going to come back to the other direction. Take 3 defenders with him and hit that ball at no angle off the far post.
Hey, I tell you what, I don't know how many goals will be nominated as the goal of the year, but you just saw one of the nominations right there. Unbelievable from Eric Rasmussen.
Watch this versatility. Coming back the other way. Now at no angle with 3 defenders on him. He hits it off the far post.
Wow. Hey, I'm in awe, man. You just sit here and watch something like that. What can you say?
And it happens to the players, too. The Pittsburgh Spirit, including David Bursich, are saying the same thing. Hey, no way I can stop that.
Barry Wallace says, I love it. He made the pass about 30 seconds before that goal, and he gets the assist. Rasmussen did the rest. His 22nd of the year. Barry Wallace on the assist. His first assist of the season. At 11:32, Wichita leads it 4-2. It's got to be one of the greatest goals you'll see all year.
You look at a team like the Wichita Wings, which is the epitome of teamwork, and then you see a moment of individual brilliance. That's what it takes to win a ball game.
He gets my vote for offensive star of the game unless somebody scores a hat trick. Here's Walters. Espinoza. Wichita's got Pittsburgh where they'd like them now. When they get you down, Shep, that's when they really start controlling the ball. Terry Nickel fell down. He got his feet tied up. Nothing vicious from John O'Hara. They were both going for the ball, and Nickel got tripped up. S.C. Baharmas right on top of the call. And a Wichita free kick. 2:13 left, 3rd quarter. Rasmussen now 28 points, within 4 of Jungle for 3rd place in the league. Cooley plays it through. O'Hara got a piece of it. This is Godfrey Ingram. Ahead for Adam Topolsky. He releases Ingram running hard down the right side. Ball hit him and goes right to Kevin Cooley. Here's Tim Walters. Cap slide tackling momentarily. And Cooley back to McDonough. Ooh, in trouble, and Cap. That one could have easily been tipped right into the net.
That's a great effort by Erhard Kapp. He's really a defender playing out of position because of injuries on the Pittsburgh Spirit, playing in the midfield today. And that effort all over the field almost created a goal. Pittsburgh definitely in the ball game.
John O'Hara on the left side for Adam Topolsky. Godfrey Ingram. Z. Kapka, right corner.
Come on, lad.
Coming in to help out Christensen. Loose. Topolsky, a shot, and he just hit it high and wide. Boy, that defender can rip him. I saw him score a full volley goal in St. Louis off a corner kick earlier this year. That was one of the finest shots we've ever seen from a defenseman. Left side, Godfrey Ingram. Nice fake. Slide tackle. Espinosa back on top to O'Hara. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Now Pittsburgh pressing the attack. Topolsky ripping. That one blocked by Cooley. Well, we're seeing some shooting here tonight.
They're unloading the cannons. They're pulling the trigger from the outside because they can't penetrate. Get that ball down low.
Here's Terry Nickel. They switched to a new ball recently in the league over the last 2 weeks. They're now using that Spalding ball, which some players consider less lively than the one they were using before, but man, it looks like it's shot out of a cannon here tonight. Mike Fox back on defense for Kim Rundved. Here's Borja. 25 seconds left. In front is Rundved. Borja couldn't get the rebound to him. Kim quickly hustling to get back on defense. Long throw to Charlie Green from David Bursich. He takes O'Neill one-on-one. Charlie Green still with it. Spots, Z. Kapka behind him. Kapka took it away from Borja. Loose ball. Rundved for Borja. 2-on-1. 3 seconds left in the period. Chico shooting. And just as the quarter ends, John O'Hara gets in front of that one. But a great third quarter for the Wichita Wings. Goals from Espinosa in the second minute. Eric Rasmussen, a wonder goal in the 12th minute. And it's 4-2 Wings after 45 minutes of play. It should be an exciting fourth quarter when we come back to the Kansas Coliseum. And again, we'll answer our miscellanea question for you when we come back.
This
We've always played some pretty good D here in this building especially. They've been very difficult to beat in this building. In fact, Pittsburgh has never won here. The Spirit 0-8 over the years. The all-time series led by Wichita 9-6. And this year they've got a guy who really can do it one-on-one. Eric Rasmussen, you're looking at him right there, Shep. And for the benefit of the folks, another look at that great goal he scored.
Oh, watch this. Off the boards to beat a defender. That's a textbook picture way to use that boards. Now watch here. A 360-degree turn. Now when everybody thinks he's going right, he dishes the ball back left. Gets off a shot really at no angle at all. Screen, David Bursich screened on the shot, and that ball tucking into the back post. Just wonderful individual brilliance.
And maybe the best job of marking all night, our cameraman who kept up with him for that whole play.
Didn't fake out the cameraman once.
Sure didn't. Eric Rasmussen now 9 goals in his last 5 games. He is the league offensive player of the week. And has 5 game-winning goals to lead everybody in the league. And that goal has to make him a candidate for the award in the coming week as well. There's a young man who's had a great season, Chico Borja, riddled with knee injuries late last year. He played for Don Popovic in Las Vegas. Got off to a great start, slowed down after that because of the knee, but he's healthy and scoring like a demon this year.
Well, I don't know about these Wichita Wings players. Chico Borja, another player on the team like Tommy O'Neill, who comes from a family of 10. One of 10 children, and Chico Borja really coming into his own as a superstar in the league, off to a great start.
Chico says, you know, I may not look American, but I grew up in New Jersey. Says he's very proud to be a member of the U.S. national team. We have 4 players who played on the Olympic team here in the building tonight. Borja is one of them. Also Mike Fox of Wichita, David Bursich, and Earhart Kapp of Pittsburgh. And Chico was given a rough ride at the red line that time.
Well, these players have played together on the national team, but sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And I know right now David Bursich does not want to see Chico Borja bearing down on him.
They were former teammates with the Cosmos in New York. Rasmussen turning around after a minor mistake by Helmut Dudek, and he almost made Pittsburgh pay, as Rasmussen so explosive. The only problem he has is getting all those letters in the back of his shirt, because he has to add that first word initial because of Frank Rasmussen, the Wichita veteran who's now on, replacing Chico Borja. Boy, Pittsburgh's been a great fourth quarter team this year, haven't they? And that's a tribute to the coach and fitness as well.
Well, that's a trademark of a Don Popovic coach team. It is a function of fitness. He buries these guys in practice. He believes that most of the games are going to be won and lost in the fourth quarter. And he is a taskmaster when it comes to physical fitness As a result, you see Pittsburgh's results in the fourth quarter of the ball games.
They've outscored their opponents 30-22 in the fourth quarter. Wichita's outscored theirs 25-21. Hagen knocked down hard, and it'll be a Pittsburgh foul. Haven't had many fouls, really, since the first period when Wichita had 5. We haven't had a single 6-foul penalty in the game. Only one penalty, Christensen, for unsportsmanlike conduct. Here's Topolsky shooting! Oh, and it may have hit his own player, Paul Child, right in front, who is trying to screen the goalkeeper, Seamus McDonough. And Seamus is probably grateful that one hit Paul Child instead of him.
You're right. There's Paul Child trying to screen the goalkeeper, instead flicking that ball off his head. Really, Paul is saying on the bench to the players and the coach, I was just trying to get out of the way. In any event, Paul found himself in a good position in front of the goal.
Hey, you don't score 14 goals by hanging around at the red line either. Paul Child, that's his game, operating around that box and creating problems for the keeper. We saw it on Pittsburgh's power play goal when Christensen was sitting in the penalty box. They'll have to retake the goal kick here because the ball did not leave the penalty area before it was touched. Just like outdoor. Ronfed and McDonough. Goalkeeper has it. Kim tried to make a run up the left side, and Fred Gurgurov gave him a body block to cut him off right in front of the official, Essie Baharmist, and Essie said play on, while Ronfed was asking for a foul. Rasmussen tried to decoy it through for Frank. Rasmussen upfield. Here's a steal for Godfrey Ingram with help from John O'Hara. Ingram can fly on the right wing, shooting it in front. Wallace pulls it down. Gurgurov back from Ingram. Check it at Zeke Kapka. Shot blocked at the defense. Gurgurov setting up in front. And it's knocked into the crowd by the reaching Tommy O'Neill.
Nice little setup, and Kim Ronfat making the diving tackle, the block in front of the goal. But that ball created by Godfrey Ingram, Freddie Gurgurov in the box, and not being able to capitalize on it. But Pittsburgh at this juncture in the game trying to pick up the pace.
Dave McKenzie from O'Hara. Well, they've got to. Really, they've got nothing to lose. They have not been a good team on the road this year. Pittsburgh with a record of 1-6. And, you know, ironically, they've been very good against teams in the Western Division. They've won 4 out of 5. It's in their own division they've had a problem at 4-6, and they're only 1-6 away from the friendly confines of their Civic Arena, where they have a record of 7-1. Wichita in this building this year, 6-2, 2-2 against the East. Here's a loose ball for Godfrey Ingram. Z. Kapka. Harry Wallace watching him. Gurgurov making his run toward the goal. Kapka tried to steer it inside. Wallace clears, headed back in front. Oh, Gurgurov just couldn't get a touch on it. He was off balance going the wrong way. Long throw, McDonough for Ronfed. He's dunked hard. No penalty, but a foul. Gino DiPolito rules O'Hara was going for the ball. Just cut in front of Ronfed. Here's the quick restart, and it's wide off the foot of Frank Rasmussen. And Bursic throws it right side for Adam Topolsky.
And again, the danger of Pittsburgh now having to put on pressure is exposing themselves to the counterattack that we just saw.
Here's their hard cap. Left wing corner. In front, Gurgurov. Just can't make connections on the tip as Tommy O'Neill was between him and the goal. Here's Frank Rasmussen. Check it, and it's Kel Bordingard. Top of the circle. 1-on-4, so he waits for some support. Pretty good play there. Gets it for Kim Ronfed. Terry Nickel ahead of him. He'll lay it back for the skilled Jorgen Christensen. Christensen back heel for Nickel, shooting over the glass. It'll be a goal kick. 11:39 left in the game, and we'll take a timeout. Wichita on top 4-2. They've scored the last 3 goals in this game.
Starting in January. Great games and special just.
Shep Messing for the Kansas Coliseum. We've got 11:39 left in the game. Wichita Wings leading the Pittsburgh Spirit by a score of 4-2. Wichita very impressive in the second half of play. They've scored the last 3 goals in this one. All loose in midfield. Christensen heading it ahead for Eric Rasmussen. He's got a man overlapping with space on the right side. Kevin Cooley has it. Fakes the shot. To the corner he looks. Switches it left side. Christensen was waving for it. He goes to the left wing corner against Adam Topolsky. Back on top for Espinoza. Right side for Kevin Cooley. Rasmussen, right wing corner against Kevin Marr. Look at him turn. That angle, still with it. Cole topping it in. He actually stepped on the ball and pulled it along the boards so he could keep his body between the defender and the goal. Here's Espinoza back on defense.
Well, it's Rasmussen's ability to turn on a dime, stop on a dime, change the direction of the ball that's so important under pressure when you're attacking.
Kevin Cooley on the fence, gets it back from Espinoza. Man open left side is Jorgen Christensen. Rasmussen. Little tip there by Hagen. That'll force Cooley back to the keeper. McDonough. Eric Rasmussen, left side looking for Mike Fox, who went right into the breadbasket of Helmut Dudek. Fans thought it was a handball. Play on, said the official. Paul Child in front. He tried to bank it in front for Hagen, but it hit the sideboard to went right to the keeper. Here's Christensen against Dudek. Lays it for Rasmussen, shooting, and a block by McKenzie. Funny hop off the boards, get away from Fox, and then falling, he still gets it back to Kevin Cooley. I like this Mike Fox, Shep. He is a hustler.
Well, for so many years, he was known as Ricky Davis's brother-in-law. Mike Fox coming into his own as a player.
Boy, he just took an elbow from Zeke Kapka, and he went down like a ton of bricks. And he got back up holding his neck, his jaw. He really took a shot from Kapka. Nobody saw it except the Wichita bench. I think Z got away with one that time.
We haven't seen that many fouls. We haven't seen that many penalties, but it's been a physical game. Mostly elbows, mostly pushing.
Here's Godfrey Ingram, top of the circle. 4 orange shirts in front of him. Kapka, McKenzie now, left side for Helmut Dudek. McKenzie, 9:10 remaining. Pittsburgh down by 2. Off the boards, Fox banks it. Grigoriev, nice job to pull it down for Dudek. Back to the corner, Fox heads it away. Tim Walters shielding Ingram off the ball and comes away with it. Releases Christensen on the left side. Nice job defensively by Tim Walters to clear it out over that red line. Timmy Walters with it. Played for the Denver Avalanche a few years ago. Went to the St. Louis Steamers. Released at the end of the 84-85 season. Picked up by Wichita. Has been used primarily as a penalty killer. He's been taking a regular turn here in the second half as Roy Turner's been going with 3 lines. Here's Rundfeld with a steal. Angling toward the goal. Can't get it to the corner. And it's Grigoriev cutting him off. Freddie Grigoriev ahead for Z. Kapka. Kapka working through traffic. Topolsky is on. McKenzie is off. Kapka has Topolsky overlapping right side. Borja saw the play coming and cut it off. Nice play by Kapka. Who's he going to pass it to? Nobody. He takes a shot and Rundfeld stepped in front. He didn't have a lot of people moving off the ball that time, Shep. Nobody really looked like they wanted to pass.
Well, again, Wichita Wings dictating the pace of the game right now, and it's the job of the Pittsburgh Spirit to change that tempo. They must get down quicker in that transition game because Wichita is bringing everybody back defensively.
John O'Hara, right side for Child. Knocked away by Rundfeld. Borja fails to trap it properly. Here's Topolsky. On the left side boards for Erhard Kapp. Hagen. A lot of possession here for Pittsburgh, but a definite lack of scoring opportunities. Now they've got O'Hara and Topolsky on the right side. Topolsky saw John O'Hara, took it to the left. Here's Kapp, a shot, and a good save by McDonough. O'Hara the rebound. It goes upstairs off Chico Borja. So it will be a corner kick for Pittsburgh, pressing the attack. We have an official's timeout on the floor with 7:16 left in the ball game. O'Hara and his Pittsburgh teammates trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit. We'll take a timeout, tell you about hockey on ESPN coming up after this timeout. It is Wichita 4, Pittsburgh 2, with 7 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the game as Pittsburgh trying to come back. Swing corner kick for Pittsburgh as we come back. 4-2, Wichita leading. We're in the last 7:16 of regulation time. The triggerman is Godfrey Ingram at the north goal of the Kansas Coliseum. Erhard Kapp, Paul Child in the penalty area. Adam Topolsky and Helmut Dudek on top. Ingram up over the top. Topolsky. He'll volley it on goal, and it may have hit Kapp on the way in. You know, that was exactly that play that Topolsky scored on in St. Louis earlier this year. They volley it up over the top, and then he tries to volley it on goal. Here's Nickel in the corner. In front, man open, Rasmussen. Boy, you can see that coming. Erhard Kapp, Shep got caught ball watching, and when he forgot about Eric Rasmussen, he almost gave up a goal that would have just about ended this one.
And look at the difficult goal Rasmussen scores, and now this one, a piece of cake. He's got David Bursic one-on-one, point blank, and he knocks it over. That's the difficulty of playing at such a fast pace.
Well, that should have probably been 10 goals in his last 5 games. Just couldn't get it down. As that ball came off, 2 men went after the man with the ball. The other left the shooter alone, and it was easy pickings for Rasmussen, who couldn't poke it on goal. Now we'll see if Pittsburgh can capitalize on that. Long ball from Topolsky to Cap, intercepting Espinoza. Christensen for Terry Nickel. This is Eric Rasmussen. Overlapping to his right, Kevin Cooley. So he brings it up. Blocked by Erhard Cap. Cooley spots on the near side Jorgen Christensen. Cut off now by Adam Topolsky. Cooley reassumes possession for Wichita. Back downfield for Seamus McDonough. Christensen back to Espinoza. At midfield, Mike Fox taken off the ball by Z. Kapka. Hagen for Paul Child. Down he goes, courtesy of Mr. Espinoza. And it'll be a free kick on the near left point. Hagen, top of the slot, McKenzie. Back to Hagen, left wing. Shooting, it's over the glass. Couldn't get it down. And we'll take another timeout. 5:44 remaining. Wichita still leading by a score of 4-2. Goal kick for the Wichita Wings. They lead at 4-2. And the Wings have been unbeaten. They're like a baseball team with a great bullpen. They don't blow many leads late in the game.
You talked about it earlier, Bob. It's that wonderful ball possession. That quality of being able to hold the ball, make the ball do the work, and maintain possession. That's so much more effective when you're ahead and the other team must come out and chase.
Are you trying to say that you can't score if you don't have the ball?
That's the name of the game. And Pittsburgh's option now at this point is quick line changes and try and put pressure on all over the field.
Here's Tommy O'Neill for Wichita. Nice ball. Left side onto the chest of Mike Fox. 4-on-4. Fox shooting high and wide. Rebound pulled down by Z. Kapka. McKenzie ahead for Gugura. Whoops. Nice takeaway by boarding guard. Borja in front for Fox. And a big save for Bursic. Borja intelligently just tried to volley one into the empty net. Fox back to midfield for Kim Ronted. Under 5 minutes remaining. With a 2-goal deficit, Don Popovic has to think about pulling his goalkeeper pretty soon. And you've got to get possession. And against Wichita, that is no small task.
And the sophisticated crowd here that's followed this Wings team knows their style of play. And they're up applauding this ball possession, ball control.
Borja took a chance, still got it off for Frank Rasmussen. Left wing corner, Chico centers, and Bursic makes the save. Dave Hagen. Ahead for Kapka. This is Dave McKenzie. He's got 2 men downfield. To his right is Gugurev. Top of the circle is Hagen, and he put it off the boards behind everybody, and Fred Gugurev not very happy with his teammate. Here's Boardingard. Right wing from Rasmussen. Check it to Rasmussen. Boardingard sets up in front. The shot blocked by McKenzie. Bursic fights his way through about 4 bodies to pick up that one. 3:45 remaining. Don Popovic looking down toward his goalkeeper. I'll be getting a signal down there pretty soon if time continues to expire to get it back to him, call the timeout, bring on the 6th attacker. Here's Erhard Cap on the left side. Ooh, it almost snuck in as Cap hit one from about 45 feet away. McDonough got a piece of it. It's over the glass. Goal kick for Wichita. 3:28 remaining.
Erhard Cap pulled the trigger going away from the ball, away from the goal, and that shows his power. Up off the glass, and bang! Freddie Gugurev right in the face, and that ball goes over.
You know, the keeper never touched that ball, Shep. That ball hit the meeting of the posts and almost snuck in. That would have been an unbelievable shot from that far out to get in.
Well, that's a goalkeeper's best friend. Don Popovic looking on, worried, urging his team to make quicker line shifts, try and apply some pressure. Really running out of options at this point in the game.
Seamus McDonough, Eric Rasmussen. Somebody had the foot up. It was Erhard Cap. Dangerous play. Rasmussen tried to sneak it through for Terry Nickel, and Cap stood in front of him to take it down. Here's Godfrey Ingram, left wing. Oh, what a save by McDonough. That ball was going right on goal, and if he wouldn't have made that save, it would have gone straight in, or I guarantee you Paul Child would have tipped it in.
Well, Ingram making a great run through 3 defenders, hits it with his left foot. Watch Seamus with a kick save. That ball was on goal. Hogan taking the position at the far post just in case.
Nice feed. Earhart cap from Ingram, and another big save by McDonough. So a guy we haven't talked about much all game long has now made 2 big saves in the last 3 minutes. Here's Terry Nickel. On top for Espinoza. Kevin Cooley. Pittsburgh running around, trying to find that ball somewhere. Barry Wallace all the way back on defense. Kevin Cooley. 2.5 minutes remaining. The Wings have this one going the way they would like. Here's Wallace. Rasmussen tried to volley it. If he'd let that ball bounce once, it probably would have gotten away from him, so he had to gamble a bit. Long throw, Bursic, left wing for Paul Child. Ingram's looked dangerous the last few times down. Looks like it again. Shooting in front. Yes! Paul Child. Godfrey Ingram, what a run he made, beating a couple of defenders. Far post, patented Paul Child goal, Shep, and it's 4-3.
Well, that's an unbelievable goal at a great time in the game. Watch Godfrey Ingram. You called it, Bob. He's creating all kinds of trouble. Before to his left, this time to his right. Watch Paul Child. That's his spot. That's where he makes his money at the far post. And he tucks it in. Don Popovic in your lower left corner watching the action as Ingram goes right. Watch Paul Child come slip behind the defender and tucks it in. Don Popovic not yet reacting. Now he's got it. Now he's got that goal that gives him a breath of life in this game.
Godfrey Ingram on the assist. What a play by him. His 8th of the year. Child, his 2nd goal of the night, number 16. We may not be done yet, folks. Here's Hagen shooting. Here's Topolsky in front. Knocked away by Tim Walters. Under 2 minutes remaining. On top, Cibbies. And it's off the defender over the glass. Corner kick. The scoring play, Child his 16th of the year, Ingram his 8th assist at 12:48. David Bursic is still in the Pittsburgh net. 1:53 remaining.
Well, again, the contrasting styles. Don Popovic, not one who likes to pull his goalkeeper.
Topolsky shooting on a full volley. They played that corner kick full volley again. Here's Kim Runfeld. Left wing. Mike Fox couldn't reach it. It was cut off by Dave Hagen. He does a nice 360. Starts down the floor. Taking on 2, maybe 3 defenders here. Cutting it inside. Cibbies. Oh, it hit the post, but we had a whistle anyway. At the top of the circle, Pittsburgh will have a free kick. You know, the Wichita fans are booing Shep, but that foul call may be the best thing that ever happened to them because that ball was about to be tucked in.
That definitely could have been a play-on situation. Popovic can't believe it. The foul was called and the play stopped.
Cibbies in front looking for Gurgurev. Knocked away by O'Neill. McKenzie keeps it in. Here's Gurgurev, left corner in front. Hagen a touch. And Fox comes away. Gurgurev jumps in. That'll be a foul on Pittsburgh and a Wichita free kick with 1:22 remaining. David Bursic has never left the net. He's been there all the way. I have to think, though, Pittsburgh may try to pull him here if they get a chance.
Well, again, Bob, Don Popovic, not one who likes to do it. He prefers to leave his goalkeeper in there and go with his first unit to get that goal.
Rasmussen, right side for O'Neill. Slide tackle missed by Cibbies. Back on defense, Kim Runfeld. Make sure he doesn't put it up in the air to cross the lines. Keeps it on the floor for Tim Walters. Back to Runfeld, less than a minute remaining. Wichita looking to go 7-2 at home and go a game up on San Diego in the West with a victory. Tommy O'Neill, back to Runfeld. This is Christensen. Runfeld on the left wing boards. That ball went into the penalty box and hit right near our cameraman. And so it'll be a Pittsburgh free kick. Runfeld was trying to release himself down the left wing. David Bursic is looking toward the Pittsburgh bench to see if he's getting the call, but Shep is waving his head no. So now we'll have McKenzie on the free kick as Don Popovic hopeful of a goal here in the last 43 seconds.
Well, again, a great big game and an important 43 seconds for the Wichita Wings that perched tenuously atop of that Western Division. Looking at San Diego, and they're trying to rebound from that defeat to San Diego last week. They've done their job so far.
Bursic for McKenzie on the free kick. It's knocked down by Hagen. All the Pittsburgh guns are out there. Hagen, Dudek, Ingram, Child, and McKenzie. Foul on Wichita. That's 4 on each team with 34 seconds left. McKenzie for Ingram. Here's the guy who's been driving Wichita crazy. Left side, not strong enough for Dudek. Here's Borja, man open, left wing. Frank Rasmussen couldn't get it to him. And here comes Hagen. 20 seconds left. This one's not over yet. Hagen top of the slot. Right side, Paul Child tried to center, rejected by Cooley. He got it back. Here's McKenzie. Side, Ingram for Child in front. And a header by Hagen. Loose ball, knocked away, and Wichita's going to win it.
Whoa, right down to the wire.
There it is. It was tense for the home folks. Pittsburgh came back strong. Roy Turner can relax now and put his coat back on. This team wins at 4-3, and the Wings now have a full game lead on San Diego in the Western Division as they go 1 up on San Diego and 3 up on Tacoma with a 4-3 win here at home. And the Orange Army appreciates the effort. They're now 7-2 at home this year. Pittsburgh is now 1-7 on the road. Shep and I will have some final thoughts for you in a moment as we wrap up a Wichita hard. 8,308 fans saw it. Eric Rasmussen, game-winning goal number 6 of the year, 4-3 home team. Shep, it was a great game.
Roy Turner told us he had to pick up the pace in the second half. That's just what he did, and we got to look at 2 very good teams and an important win for Wichita.
So for Shep Messing, our producer Tom Williamson, our director Brian Sipe, Bob Carpenter, so long from the Kansas Coliseum in Wichita. The MISL on ESPN has been brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste.